Hi and welcome to this course, Build Pizza Restaurant Website using PHP. My name is Mustafa Alawi. I'm a software developer and entrepreneur with several years of experience. I have taught more than 3,000 students online and offline several courses in web development, software development, and entrepreneurship, and I have worked as a consultant on various projects helping local businesses. In this course, you will learn how to build a complete pizza restaurant using PHP. And I'm going to teach you everything from the very beginning all the way to allowing your customers to pay, and you will be able to monitor the system and start delivering pizzas to your customers. So you will be taught how to add pizza to cart, how to increase and decrease the number of meals that your customers want to buy, and also you will be taught how to check out. So your customers will be able to check out, and as soon as a customer places an order, you will be notified. You will know that an order has been inserted in the system, and you can start delivering the pizza as soon as the order is inserted in the database. Moreover, you will be taught how to allow your customers to pay using PayPal. I'm going to teach you how to incorporate PayPal into your website so that you receive money from your customers. All of these things will be taught in this course to make sure that you build a complete pizza restaurant website. Who is this course for? Well, it's very important to know who is this course for so that you make the right decision whether you should take this course or not. And I'm going to be helping you by providing you with the groups that should definitely take this course. So the first group that should take this course is developers who want to specialize in building e-commerce websites. If you really want to specialize in building e-commerce websites, then this is your opportunity. This course will provide you with the skills required to build a complete e-commerce website. The second group that should consider taking this course is programmers who want to become professional PHP developers. Becoming a professional PHP developer takes a lot of time and requires learning so many skills, and this course will cover a lot of skills that are required to become a professional PHP developer. And by taking this course, you will have added so many skills to your to your skills and knowledge in PHP. What is expected after taking this course? Well, after taking this course, first of all, you will have robust understanding of an e-commerce website and its structure. Second, you will have created a complete pizza restaurant website using PHP. Third, you will have learned important and new skills. And finally, you will be able to apply for PHP web developer positions confidently because you will have created and built a complete e-commerce website using PHP. If you have any questions about this course, let me know and I'll be glad to answer them. You can contact me on my website commoncode.com. So what tools do you need for this course? Well, for this course you need, first of all, you need a reliable IDE or text editor. And my recommendation is that you install Visual Studio Code, where you can install it from code.visualstudio.com. You can head on over to that link, code.visualstudio.com, and then install it. For Mac, it's gonna say here download for Mac, and you can just click on this and install it as if you are installing any Mac program on your Mac. If you are using Windows, you can select it from here, and it's gonna say here download for Windows by default, or you can click here if it doesn't say that, and you can select your Windows here. You can select Windows and download the version from here, and you can also install, and you should also install it as if you are installing a program on your Windows. So this is the first thing. And if you already have a reliable text editor or IDE that you feel comfortable coding with, then you don't need to install Visual Studio Code. But if you don't, I'd recommend using Visual Studio Code. So this is the first thing that you need. The second thing that you need is that you need to install XAMPP. XAMPP is gonna allow you to install PHP in order to use PHP for this course. And you can install it from apachefriends.org. You can head on over to apachefriends.org. And I'll be showing you how to completely install XAMPP on Mac and also on Windows in the next tutorials. apachefriends.org, you will be able to install XAMPP, where you can install PHP and the Apache server and also MySQL database. And you can download the XAMPP application depending upon your operating system. So I'm going to click here on click here for other versions and choose your operating system. And I'm going to choose XAMPP for Mac, and the version is going to be 7.2. So this one, I'm going to download this one. Click on download. And once it's finished, you can now open the installer. And the process is very, very simple and straightforward. For all operating systems, you can just click on a few nexts and it will install XAMPP for you. So if you are using Mac, then you can follow along. If you are using another operating system, then the process is very, very similar and it's self-explanatory. And it might ask you for your PC or Mac password, so you need to type it. And it will open a wizard where you can just click on a few nexts and it will install XAMPP for you. So here, once here it opens this wizard, click on next, and then make sure you check these two and click on next. And then here it says that it will be installed, XAMPP will be installed inside applications/XAMPP folder. Click on next. And you can check or uncheck this if you wish to learn more about XAMPP. And then finally, just click on next and it will start downloading. Finally, once it's finished, you will find that XAMPP has been installed in your applications. So as you can see here, I have XAMPP, and these are all of the files. In order to use PHP version 7, you need to head on over to your terminal and make sure that you are using PHP version 7. So here I'm going to type PHP and then version version or V, and here it says 7.2. And if it doesn't say here PHP 7.2, then you need to make sure that you add XAMPP to your path. And in order to do so, just open your bash profile. And inside bash profile, make sure to add these two lines at the end of the file. Path equals to /applications/XAMPP, all capital letters, and then /XAMPP files, /bin, and then colon, and then $path, and then export that path. So these two lines are very important in case your Mac is using PHP version other than 7.2. So make sure you add these two lines in your .bash profile and then save. Make sure that you save. After that, click on save. And of course, you need to close the terminal and open a new terminal. And make sure that you are now using PHP version 7. So once XAMPP is installed, you will find it among your applications. So if I click on this manager, it will open it for me. And it might ask you for your PC or Mac password. And then go to manage servers. And first of all, you need to run the Apache web server. Click on start and wait until here it says running. And once here it says running, you can start your MySQL database. Click on check it or click on it and then click on start. Once here it says running, you will be able to work with the Apache web server and your MySQL database. And by the way, if it forcefully goes back to stopped, either the Apache web server or the MySQL database, then you might need to restart your PC or your Mac. Once these two are running, go to welcome and then head on over to go to application and click on it. And it will open the local host. And here in the localhost, you can check information about your PHP installation and your database as well. So if I go to PHP My Admin, it will open PHP My Admin where I can manage my databases and tables and do operations on them. And by the way, whenever you are working, just keep the Apache web server open and running, and also the MySQL database running all the time, because otherwise you won't be able to work with the database and insert data and get data and all of that good stuff.
First of all, to download PHP, we are going to download XAMPP. So click XAMPP inside Google, and now you have this website, apacheprints.org. Click on it. And now you have all the downloads for all the operating systems available. Click on the one that you are using. I'm using Windows, so I'm gonna click on Windows, and here it says the version of PHP. It's 7.2. Click on it, and it's gonna start downloading. And after it's finished, what you need to do is just click a few nexts, and you are good to go. And this is here a short video that tells you how to do so. It's just a few nexts. It's not difficult at all. I'm going to stop here downloading because I already installed it. So after installation, you should find it here. As you can see, I already have it. So if you click on if you search after installation for XAMPP, you have the control panel. Click on it, and you have this panel. And the one that we are going to use is the Apache, the server, so that we make our computer as a server. You need to click on Start, and the MySQL as well, so that we can use MySQL. You need also to click on Start.
So in order to add PHP to your environment, first of all, you need to open the environment variables from your start menu and then click on environment variables. And then scroll in the system variables and then select path and open the path. And then here you should find that you have XAMPP PHP. You should have /XAMPP/PHP. If you don't, you need to click on new and then you need to add it. You need to add C and then :/XAMPP/PHP. And once you have done that, all you need to do is that you need to click on OK and then OK. This is gonna add PHP to your path where you will be able to use PHP from any location in your Windows 10. Now, if you open the CMD and type PHP-V, it's gonna work. And here, if you open the terminal in Visual Studio Code and just type PHP-V, it's gonna print out the PHP and it's gonna here tell you that PHP exists. So this is how you can add PHP to your path in Windows. Welcome back. So now it's time to start working on the project. So the first step is that I'm going to create our project folder. So to create the project folder, you need to create it in a location where it's easy for you to access. So I'm going to create it on my desktop because it's easy for me to access. So on my desktop here, I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to here right click and then I'm going to create a new folder and then I'm going to name it. You can name it whatever you want. I'm going to name my project. I'm going to name it PHP_project. You can name it whatever you want, but it's important to give it a name that is meaningful. So I'm going to name it PHP project, and then I'm going to hit enter, and now I have this folder. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to drag this folder and drop it onto my Visual Studio Code, and it will be opened in Visual Studio Code. As you can see, the project is now opened in Visual Studio Code. Now we can start working on the project. Now this is the folder, is called PHP_project. So it's an empty folder. It's just an empty folder, and This is the starting point. Welcome back. Now what we need to do is that we need to include a template. And in this course, I'm going to be using this template because this is not an HTML and CSS course. This is PHP course. Therefore, I'm going to be using this template for this course. And I'm going to leave this template to you so that you can follow along. And if you already have a template that you want to use, go ahead and use it. However, I'd recommend using this template so that you understand the process, how to include it, and to follow along as well. And then you can use your template later. So let me show you how we can include this template into our project. The first step is that you need to open both the template and the project side by side. So on the left side I have the project folder. As you can see, this is the project folder, and on the right side I have the files, the template, basically the template. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna select all of the files, and then I'm gonna copy them, right click and then copy the 11 items because they are 11 items, and then in my project here I'm gonna paste them. I'm gonna right click and then I'm gonna click paste the items here. If I click on paste items, all of the items will be integrated into my project now. As you can see here, this is my project now, and I have these files. So these are the files that I'm going to be using, and this is the template basically that I'm going to be using in this course, and it's going to look like this, something like this, which is amazing. And again, if you have your own template, you can go ahead and use your own template. However, I recommend using this template for now so that you understand the complete process. Welcome back. Now what we need to do is that we need to run our project. So to run our project, the first step is that we need to make sure that your Apache web server is up and running. So you need to open XAMPP and then make sure that your SQL here, MySQL database is running. Click on start. And also the Apache web server. You need to select the Apache web server and then click on start. And you need to wait a few seconds, and here it's gonna the status will change to running. So make sure that the status is running for both, for MySQL database and Apache web server. The next step is that we need to convert the index.html to PHP. So I'm going to rename the index. I'm going to rename this file index.php because we need to convert this to PHP. The third and last step is that we need to run this template in the browser. And to do this, you need to click on View and then Terminal and then type the following command. You need to type PHP and then minus capital S and then local host and then colon 8000 and then hit enter. And once you hit enter, this is going to start a server. As you can see, this is the server. This is the URL. You need to copy this and then head on over to the browser. And then head on over to the browser. I'm going to open the browser. And in the browser, just paste the URL and hit enter. And once you hit enter, this is going to run the template. As you can see, the template will be displayed here in the browser. So this is how you can use this port, which is localhost 8000. And now, as you can see in the browser, we have the template now is working. Welcome back. Now it's time to create the database. And in order to create the database, the first step is that you need to make sure that your Apache web server as well as your MySQL database both running. Make sure that they are up and running. And then you need to head on over to the browser and then you need to type localhost / dashboard. And this is going to take you to the Apache web server, and you will be able to create a database. After you go to this address localhost / dashboard, you can click on phpMyAdmin. And here you can create a database. Let's create a database. In order to create a database, you need to click on new here on the left upper side of the website. So here I'm going to click on new, and this is going to allow you to type the name of the database. So here I'm going to type the name of the database. I'm going to name it PHP project. So here I'm going to say PHP underscore project, and then I'm going to click on create. After you click on create, you will find that on the left side a database has been created and its name is PHP underscore project. So make sure that it has been created, and if you click on it, it will just here display no tables found in this database because there are no tables, but the database has been created.